the firefighters from the firehouse.
Yes, Stephen's right now.
That's your name.
Okay, everyone. First of all, my name is Anthony, Deputy Chief Anthony Meritorious. And first we'll have a presentation of the colors of the Jersey Fire Department Honor Guard, led by Retired Battalion Chief John Farrell.
Honor Guard, by the half step, forward, off. Left, 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 five, left, 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 five, left, 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 five, left, 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 five,
Please stand for the singing of our national anthem by firefighter Nicholas C. Fargo Jr.
Honor Guard, detail, present, on.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets riddling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for our location by Father James Tagnani, Fire Chaplain.
We gather to celebrate with special honor the goodness of life, heroic deeds of outstanding members of the Jersey City Fire Department. As we begin this celebration, let us put aside the cares of the world for a moment and pray to the God of our particular faith. The Almighty, who is the protector of all humankind, whose strength and power and wisdom is a beacon of light and a ray of hope for all people. We pray, Lord God, that you give special direction to all who answer the call to be their brothers and sisters keepers throughout the world, and especially in the Jersey City Fire Department. We pray, Lord God, of all love and compassion, give special guidance to all firefighters, that they be protected from harm when performing their duty. We pray, Lord God, of healing. Help our men and women with loving protection, while they work to save the lives and property of people young and old. We pray, Lord God, and hope give our sisters and brothers the courage and alertness to protect our citizens, their fellow firefighters, and themselves. Today we pray also, God, for our family, the members of the Jersey City Fire Service, some of whom are ill. Grant them health of body and soul, compassion and comfort. And let us be thankful for all our blessings in this land of America the beautiful, and the goodness of life that we find in family, friends, co-workers, and colleagues. We honor the fire service of this city and celebrate individual deeds and company actions. We remember all who run when the box is struck, not knowing what lies at the end of the run of the peril that is real. None of the dark night movie with bright sunny day reality. As each of us reaches into the depths of our souls and calls our personal faith, we acknowledge you, our God, God of life and goodness, and love and compassion. In the sweetness of this joyous occasion, we thank the extraordinary Jersey City firefighters for always answering the call to duty above and beyond in this past year and over the entire time of their careers. They give of themselves in ways worthy of our note today. As we honor their deeds, we ask your blessings upon them, this city, ourselves, and this gathering. And in your name we pray. Amen. Amen. It is the tradition of the fire department never to forget the firefighters who obey the supreme sacrifice of their lives in the service of their community. 51 names are listed on the program in the back as people who made the ultimate sacrifice for the city and the paid fire service. And there are 3 who preceded them in the volunteer service. And so I ask you to join with me in a moment of silence in their memory, to be followed by Amazing Grace by the Jersey City Fire Department pipes and drums.
Town Chief Farrington, retired with colors.
On the guard, right hand, face. On the guard, on the half step, forward, 4, left, 1.
Mayor Stephen M. Fuller. Councilperson, please be seated. Councilperson Daniel Rivera, Councilperson at Large. Denise Ridley, Councilperson Ward A. Mira Prince Array, Councilperson Ward B. We also have the Deputy Director, Mr. James R. Shea. Chief of Department, Stephen J. McGill. This time I'd like to welcome the Honorable Mayor Stephen M. Fuller to come for his remarks.
Let me start by just recognizing the council behind me, 3 of the 9 members that are part of this current 4-year term, and they've been unwavering in their support of the fire department. Over the last couple of years, they've hired more firefighters than at any period of time. Similar, they've invested in resources to support the fire department, and we now have all of our companies open every single night for the first time in a long time. They work on staffing change, and they're tirelessly advocating for the fire department and devoting the resources necessary. So if you just join me in saying thank you to the council. Also, we were remiss if I didn't mention that the progress doesn't just start in one administration. You're trying to build off previous administrations and previous work of city council members. And we do have a council member that serves here. I was serving with him on the city council. He represented the Greenville section, and I see he's here today. Can you just stand up quickly, Councilman Mike Salamano. Before I turn it over and get the ceremony started, I just wanted to say a special thank you to Gregory for 55 years and decades of support to the Jersey City Fire Department, the best fire department absolutely anywhere. And, I think the firefighters will tell you that they need a lot of support to do the job that they do. They need support from their fellow firefighters, they need support from elected officials and government officials, and most importantly, they need support from the community. And there's no better standard bearer for representing the advocacy for the firefighters on behalf of the community than Gregory. And we're here not only to honor the great firefighters in Jersey City, but to honor you as well and say thank you for all that you do for Jersey City and for our fire department. So congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Chief of Department Stephen J. McGill for his annual award.
And so I made a quick command decision to do a little flip-flopping from the program. I want to take care of my awards first. Tony Beaker, come on up. Say the same thing. This is the Chief of Department Award, which I give out yearly to those who help serve the fire department, whether through the community or fellow members. These 2 gentlemen work in our hose shop, as we call it. They're mechanics that work and fix our apparatus. And without them, we would never be able to get the fires we go to. 26 line companies and several spare rigs. Every day something happens and they're there to help us out. They're there to fire engines aren't working properly, and they're just always there to help us out. And they've been here for a long time. Someone has always been here for a very long time. I won't say how long, but we couldn't do the job without them, and that's why I thought it was appropriate this year to give them this award. And just real quickly, it's in recognition of this contribution of time and professional services, ensuring the Jersey City Fire Department's apparatus fleet is in good order. Congratulations. to our good friend, Gregory Green, lovingly known as GG, Double G. There's a couple of names we used to call him in the firehouse, but I started as a captain at Rescue several years back. Didn't know who GG was until the first day I came in the kitchen. He had a fire alarm shirt on. I wasn't sure if he was a fireman, a captain, a chief, whatever. Sometimes I know he played chief when he was there. So, but, you know, it took me a little bit of a while to get used to GG being around, but once I realized who he was and what he did for us, and his commitment to us, how can you not love GG? And this whole fire department extends our love and thanks to you coming here today, especially. 50 plus years he's been coming to that firehouse to help wash apparatus, help us clean around the house, do other things, fill air bottles, you name it, he was there to do it. You know, every once in a while when we go to a call, we come back and we see some crumbs on the table or some missing soda. See, we need a Mac logo and energy running down the block, so we knew he was there. We didn't see him. So, but real quick, a good friend of his and a good friend of mine, Battalion Chief Steve Brennan, who brought him here today. I want him to come up and say a couple of words.
I wasn't prepared for this, Chief. Thank you. But congratulations to the fire. Great day today. To talk about Gregory Green, like the Chief said, I come on in 1982, and Gregory was there, doing what he does up until about 3 months ago. He had a scanner, he could smell the smoke in the neighborhood, he'd be out there 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, filling the bottles, giving us coffee, doing all of that. I've come to know him very closely, know his family, beautiful, and you wonder why a beautiful person like this a lot to do with his family. Gregory is one of my most favorite people in the world, and I say that sincerely. I have conversations with Gregory. His heart, his spirit, his soul is just incredible. Beyond what he does for the fire department. The type of person he is incredible. 4 months ago, he got really sick. He had a bout with cancer. Then he had some more bouts, a lot of difficulties. And we've been to visit him. The fire department guys go there all the time, to the rehab, to the hospital. Like he says, it's his second family. It truly is. And I had someone in the press say to me today, wow, it's a great blessing for Gregory that you guys take care of him. Well, yeah, but more so, it's a blessing that we have Gregory with us. He's just a great inspiration to all of us. I saw him 4 months ago. I didn't think he'd be coming back to the firehouse. He couldn't stand up. Things weren't looking really good. But just to show you his spirit, his soul, that he loves life so much, he's back up walking steps. He's going to be in the firehouse real soon, and we can't wait. God bless
you. Gregory, on behalf of the 300,000 people that call Jersey City home and the entire fire department, they decided that you deserve adequate credentials, and this should serve as making you a honorary deputy chief of the Jersey City Fire Department.
Real quick, there's a photo we got of him a couple years back. We did a yearbook, and we thought it was fitting that he's part of our family, that he put on someone's uniform, which is now his. And this is why I thought it was appropriate to make him an honorary deputy chief. So this is a yearbook picture. He is part of our family, and he always will be.
Okay, now we'll begin our annual awards. On December 18, 2017, Box 547 was transmitted for a scaffolding collapse at 650 Montgomery Street. Upon arrival, members encountered a male construction worker hanging approximately 50 to 60 feet from ground level. Engine 9 Captain Mark Fallon was able to make thorough contact with the victim. Rescue Company 1, under the supervision of Captain Victor Petroselli, set up a rescue plan to stabilize the scaffold from falling any further. Members then set up the second safety line to secure the victim from falling. Engine Company 15 members, under the supervision of Captain Craig Wallace, were able to secure the bottom portion of the scaffold. Rescue Company 1 then constructed a 3-1 hauling system on the roof to bring the victim to safety. The victim was transported to the ground level to EMS for further evaluation. The following members are presented with a Distinguished Service Award: Captain Mark Fallon, Captain Paul Newman, Captain Victor Petroselli, Captain Craig Wallace, Firefighter Thomas Broderick, Firefighter Colin Caesar, Firefighter Matthew Dornack, Firefighter Chris Irwin, Firefighter Matthew Finley, Firefighter Anthony Manchisi, Firefighter Robert Mazzilli, Firefighter Joseph Murphy, Firefighter Herman Ortiz, Firefighter Gary Connolly, Firefighter Andrew Sater, Firefighter Vincent Torrey, Firefighter Brian Tully. On January 31st, 2018, Engine Company 8 responded to a reported fire at 21 Grant Avenue. On arrival, a heavy smoke condition was showing from the first floor and heavy fire was seen in the basement. Engine Company 8 stretched an inch and 3/4 hose line to the first floor front door. Captain Gary Byrne notified Ladder Tower 4 that forcible entry was needed upon their arrival. Once the door was forced, Engine Company 8 then began advancing the charged hose line into the building, passing through a second interior door, which only partially was open. It was then discovered by firefighter Alberto Henriquez that a victim was lying on the first floor hallway. Firefighter Henriquez and Captain Byrne, along with Captain Nicholas Degnan and firefighter Kevin Barnes of Ladder Tower 4, began dragging the victim towards the front door and out to the sidewalk. After making a quick assessment, it was discovered that the victim was not breathing. At this time, firefighter Henriquez began chest compressions. Shortly after, the victim began shallow breathing and was placed on oxygen until EMS arrived. The following members are presented with a Class B commendation: Captain Gary Byrne, Captain Nicholas Degnan, firefighter Kevin Barnes, and firefighter Alberto Henriquez. On March 30th, 2018, Squad Company 4 responded to a reported structure fire at 307 Pacific Avenue. Captain Meritorious observed smoke coming from around the rear door and transmitted a working fire and ordered his men to stretch an inch and 3/4 hose line. While the hose line was being put into place, Rescue Company 1, firefighters Sean O'Connor and Daniel Peffy, forced the entry through the door of the apartment and began primary search. Through dense black smoke, high heat, and without the protection of a charged hose line, they searched diligently past the scene of the fire and located the male victim on the first floor next to his bed. Firefighter O'Connor, with the assistance of firefighter Pepe, removed the victim to the exterior where first aid was administered until EMS assumed care. The following member is presented with the Excellent Fire Service Award, Captain Patrick Preziosi. Class B Commendation Award. Firefighter Sean O'Connor, Firefighter Daniel Pepe. On April 2nd, 2018, Engine Company 15 responded to 981 Westside Ave for a medical emergency for an unresponsive female. Captain James Nickerson assessed the patient's vital signs and determined that the victim was in cardiac arrest and started CPR. Firefighter Jason Carrion and Joseph Reddick prepared the automatic external defibrillator, the AED. The AED indicated that an electric shock was advised. Firefighter Reddick shocked the victim and instructed as instructed by the AED. Captain Nickerson continued CPR until EMS personnel arrived on the scene. The victim was transported to the Jersey City Medical Center for treatment. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain James Nickerson, that's now Battalion Chief. Firefighter Jason Carrion. Firefighter Joseph Reddick. Firefighter Scott Linder. On April 23rd, 2018, Engine Company 19 responded to 86 Bergen Avenue for an unresponsive male. Upon entering the house, Engine Company 19 immediately assisted the EMT with moving the patient to a safe location and began CPR. Firefighter Jason Best began chest compressions, while Firefighter James Armstrong began to administer oxygen. Captain Bertrand Moore readied the automatic external defibrillator and placed the pads on the patient, and the shock was advised. Firefighter Best Armstrong continued CPR. The members of EMS assessed the patient and confirmed the presence of a pulse. Firefighter Alan McCoy directed EMS to their location, and the patient was transported to the Jersey City Medical Center. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Bertrand Moore, Firefighter James Armstrong, Firefighter Jason Best, Engine Company 19 responded to 50 Birch Street for an unresponsive male. Upon entering the home, the members of Engine Company 19 found a 24-year-old patient on the floor unresponsive. Firefighter Jason Best and Anthony Sharpson began CPR while Captain Bertrand Moore readied the automatic external defibrillator. Once the pads were attached to the victim's chest, the AED analyzed the patient and a shock was advised. Members continued CPR for approximately 3 cycles. The patient then regained a pulse. Firefighter McCoy directed EMS to the location. Engine 19 continued to assist EMS in stabilizing the impact of the patient and transport to the Jersey City Medical Center. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Bertrand Moore, Firefighter Jason Best, Firefighter Alan McCoy, Firefighter Anthony Smith. On May 11, 2018, Engine Company 6 responded to a medical call at 180 10th Street for a male having a seizure. When Engine Company 6 arrived at the apartment, it was soon discovered that the patient was not breathing and was in cardiac arrest. Firefighter Henry Reyes and firefighter Phil Cosilla began giving the patient chest compressions. The two firefighters gave the patient chest compressions for over 45 minutes while the EMTs administered oxygen, injected the patient with medicine, and because of the effort of firefighter Reyes and Cosilla, the EMTs, the patient's heart started beating again and started breathing. The patient was transported to the Jersey City Medical Center and survived due to the efforts of Engine Company 6. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Dwayne Taylor, firefighter Phil Corsilla, firefighter Jeffrey Delfiano, firefighter Henry Reyes. On May 14, 2018, Engine Company 5 responded to an unresponsive male at 533 York Avenue. Upon arrival, Captain Marshall O'Keefe immediately started chest compressions. Firefighter Patrick Ducey was in the process of setting up the automatic external defibrillator and attached the pads to the patient. Firefighter Matthew Bertolini and Duvanis Bella were instructed to administer oxygen. The AED stated that a shot was advised. Firefighter Ducey initiated the first shot. Members continued chest compressions and breathing then assisted getting the patient into the ambulance. Once in the ambulance, the patient was shot 2 more times. After a third shot, the patient showed signs of life. The patient was transported to the Jersey City Medical Center for treatment. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Marshall O'Keefe, firefighter Duvanis Bella, On June 14, 2018, Engine Company 10 observed a public service gas worker in the state of panic and attempting to flag down Engine Company 10. Upon exiting the apparatus, the crew of Engine 10 observed the workers in an excavation trench in the street in serious distress. Engine 10 determined that there was a serious gas leak and that one worker had been overcome by natural gas and partially trapped by the collapse. The worker's air mask had been ripped off from his face during the collapse. Captain William Gephardt and firefighter Nicholas Salano, Scott Gilly, and Matthew Mulder entered the excavation and forcibly removed the nearly unconscious worker from the danger. Firefighters Salano, Hickey, and Mulder provided emergency medical care and then stretched a precautionary hose line to ensure the safety of the civilians. The patient was then transported to the Jersey City Medical Center. The following members are presented with the Unit Citation Award. Captain William Gephardt, firefighter Scott Hickey, firefighter On July 14, 2018, Ladder 12 with Captain Kenneth Simone, firefighter Mark Lee Jr., Edmund O'Brien, and firefighter Christopher Bolger were assigned to a detail to Van Horn Street to assist fire prevention. The members were walking in the area of the Lafayette Pool when they heard a lifeguard blow his whistle for a person in distress. As the members approached the area, they could see that a child was face down in the water. The mother was in the pool with the child, and the members of Ladder 12 instructed her to lift the child's head out of the water and bring her to the edge of the pool. The members then placed the girl on her side and opened up her airway. As they waited for EMS to arrive, the members of Ladder Company 12 administered first aid. The child and mother were taken to the Jersey City Medical Center for further evaluation. The following members are presented with a Medical Service Award. Captain Kenneth Simone, Firefighter Christopher Baker, On August 12, 2018, Engine Company 17 responded to 5 Broadman Parkway for a medical call for unresponsive male. The male had no pulse and was not breathing. EMTs attached an automatic external defibrillator and then asked Engine Company 17 to move the patient to the floor. Captain Joseph Legato told firefighter Stephen Petroselli to relieve the EMT doing chest compressions. At this time, Captain Legato and firefighter Miguel Patron set up a ball valve mask. After a few cycles of CPR, Captain Legato instructed firefighter Matthew Nass to relieve firefighter Petroselli on chest compressions. Around this time, the ALS arrived on the scene and began setting up the IV, and then Engine 17 assisted them in attaching the Lucas machine. After a few rounds of medication and compressions in the Lucas machine, a pulse was regained. The patient was transported to Jersey City Medical Center for treatment. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Joseph Legato, Firefighter Matthew Nass, Firefighter Miguel Patron, Firefighter Stephen Petroselli, Firefighter Mary Jenkins. On November 1st, 2018, Engine Company 17 responded to a medical call for a report of a male having trouble breathing. Upon entering the restaurant, a police officer was administering the Hamilton. At this time, the 67-year-old male was in obvious distress. Members of Engine Company 17 took over the Hamilton maneuver procedure from the police officer. They heard the victim making some sounds, possibly dislodging the obstruction. At that time, EMS arrived and instructed members to lower the victim to the floor so they could inspect his airway. Using a light scope device, EMS found the food that was obstructing the airway and pulled it out. The patient was transported to Jersey City Medical Center for treatment. The following members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Patrick Precioso, firefighters Hagan O'Callaghan, firefighter Matthew O'Callaghan, firefighter Joseph O'Callaghan. The following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department in the city of Jersey City for at least 30 years in the finest condition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of their 30 years of service to the department and the city, the following members are awarded a Service Recognition Award. Deputy Chief Richard Casella, Deputy Chief William Captain Daniel Holder, Captain Anthony Clapham, Captain Ricardo Rodriguez, Captain Scott Kirkpatrick, Firefighter Alfonso Albanese, Firefighter Carlos Lopez. This time I'd like to welcome Captain Pete Nowak up to give the Fire Officer of the Year Award to Captain Gary Byrne for his actions at 21 Brand Avenue. This time I'd like to welcome up firefighter John Cruz, Local 1066, to give the Firefighter of the Year Award to Alberto A. Enriquez for his actions.
First, I'd like to thank the department for giving us the opportunity to present the awards at this year's ceremony, as we've done every year since the inception of the award ceremony. However, before getting into our awards, we'd be remiss if not extending congratulations to Honorary Deputy Chief Gregory Green. But Gregory is not a member of the Gun Club. He shares the same dedication and devotion to the fire service that our members do. When we were planning this year's awards, Chief Jankowski called me and said, thinking making Gregory an honorary deputy chief, is that anything like that ever been done before? And I said, many years ago there were 13 honorary battalion chiefs, but I thought we did something for Gregory a long time ago. So I did some research, and sure enough, in 1984, Chief John Mullins made Gregory Green honorary chief of department for the day. So the bad news, Gregory, is you've been demoted. The good news is it's a permanent appointment today and it counts towards your pension, so congratulations. The history of the Gun Club dates back to 1950. As everyone here in the room probably knows, our volunteer services are most noted for the canteen work we provide at the scenes of fires and other emergencies in Jersey City and beyond. However, one of the goals of the Gun Club when it was established was to endow a medal of honor, valor, for a deserving firefighter. It took 20 years to do that, but in 1971, the Gun Club started its Valor Award and has since been renamed the Carlos Negron Memorial Medal in honor of our member who died in the line of duty in 1993. The Francis and Anna Lee Award, as it's known today, was originally endowed by Mrs. Anna Lee, the widow of Fireman Francis Lee, who made the supreme sacrifice in 1967. After Mrs. Lee passed on, the award was picked up by the Gun Club and is sponsored by our organization and was renamed the Francis and Anna Lee Medal. So today's award we'd like to present to two deserving firefighters for the Gun Club Carlos Negron Memorial Medal. We have heard the act of valor that they performed, although the road nomenclature of the box being transmitted and all the details don't tell the whole story. But you might not have picked up on that, is that the fire was reported on Pacific Avenue. But because these members had responded to this address earlier at another incident, remember that the entrance was off of Communicable Avenue. So those seconds that they picked up, that situational awareness, knowing how to get into that building, is responsible for a different outcome. If they had lost time trying to find the entrance to the building, who knows what would have happened if they picked them on the 3rd floor. So, unfortunately, firefighter O'Connor is literally out on the Hackensack River training water rescue today. But firefighter Daniel Pepe is here. I'd like to present him with his Medal of Valor, which includes a gift card, medal, and a certificate. Medal this year is presented to members who operated the 4th alarm fire on Grant Avenue, January 31st, 2018. Again, the account written in the program does not do justice to the situation. And Grant Avenue is a street all too familiar to firefighters. We've been to that block many, many times. Unfortunately, there's been some fatal fires on that street over the years. January 31st was a bitter cold night. This fire occurred shortly after 7 p.m. in the evening. As you know from the account, that the fire was in the basement. Fighting a fire in the basement is like diving into a chimney and trying to fight your way through heavy smoke, heat, and products of combustion, which are obviously hazardous to anyone's well-being. But these members persevered, pushed in, made the rescue, and we're happy to present the Francis and Anna Wing Medal to Captain Gary Byrne, Captain Nicholas Degnan, firefighter Kevin Barnes, and firefighter Erko.
And now for closing remarks, Stephen J. McGill, Chief of Police.
Thank you, Chief. I forgot that I had to say anything today, so this is going to be a little bit off the cuff. Just want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank all the award recipients for a great job they did today. I want to thank the family and friends that are here for your support to us. And of course, thank Gigi and his family for coming too. Also, the mayor cut out, because usually I do like a 15 to 20 minute speech, which he hates, so you're not going to get that today. But this would be, I have to thank the mayor and the council people that are here. You see Rivera left, but these 3 people that were here before are always at just about every fire scene we go to. These council people are the ones who show us the most support for this fire department. And I just want to thank them for coming here today to support us again. It's probably not politically correct to say, but shame on the others who didn't come, because they should be here too supporting us. So thank you. I also want to thank Director Shea. Everyone has a boss. My boss is the public safety director, and when he and the mayor appointed me chief last year, promoted me to this position, one of the first things I wanted to do was bring back this award ceremony, just as a thanks to the members of this department who never want to be considered heroes, because we're not. We're just doing our job. But this is just a way to thank those who did a little bit above and beyond the call of duty. And we do this stuff every day. These are the ones that shine a little bit above the others. But I'm just glad we can get this award ceremony back, and that's because of the director giving me approval. So this is the second year we've had it. We missed a couple of years. But yeah, it's just a good day for everyone. I just want to thank everybody for coming. Before we close, I got one more thing I need to do. I do a little research when I'm up in my office. I kind of get accused of putting out too many general orders. And most guys and girls don't realize most of them aren't anything I made up. I go back to old chiefs and look at stuff that they had done years ago. And through my research, I won the general orders. I'll just read it from the Department of Fire and Safety Services, Division Fire, Jersey City Office of the Chief. From headquarters, October 18, 1996, General Order 7641. Subject, appointment of Fire Department Chaplain. And it reads, I am in receipt of the following communication from Acting Director of Fire, Henry W. West. Please be advised that effective today, the below name is sworn in as a chaplain of the Jersey City Fire Department. Reverend James V. Pegnata, St. Joe's Roman Catholic Church. I won't say the address, but please promulgate this general order, and this is by order of then Acting Chief of Department James E. Duncan. So I just want to acknowledge our chaplain for 43 years of service. What many people don't realize is that when we have fires in the middle of the night, second, third alarms, I go out, a lot of these people go out, but also Father Pegnata is showing his support. He supported not only us, but the victims of fires and the families that are there that are affected. So he's been doing this for 43 years. He's retiring as of July 1st. How many years priesthood? 50. So what a tremendous accomplishment, and what a great friend he has. We have with him. I mean, Gigi has more seniority over you, though, so all good. Well, listen, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it, and that's it for me. Enjoy the day, and we'll have the father come back up again in a second.
Please stand for our closing prayer. Father James Pegnata.
Time for appreciation and applause has come to an end. We all go back into our normal ways of life. In the book of the Bible, it tells us God created, and when God created, He created love, and the world should have peace and love and respect for all people. That doesn't always happen. And sometimes there are problems in life, and people have to come to the aid of others. Actually, we all have to do that. And some do it in a professional way. So we give thanks today for the accolades and for the deeds of these men here who are honored today. But we give thanks more importantly for the service they perform each day in this city. And we're mindful of the talents and the gifts of all who serve the community, Jersey City, and the armed services of this country. That we, as America, stand with peace and recognition for honesty, integrity, and justice for all people. And so, God our Father, we give you thanks for all that has happened today, for the blessings that came upon each of these men, and for the blessings that come for all of us in this land of America. We ask you to continue to bless us in your name. Amen.
I'd like to welcome up Nicholas C. Fargo, Jr., and singing of God Bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean.
concludes our ceremony. I'd like to congratulate everyone that received an award today. And thank you all for coming. You're all welcome back to the Zeppelin Hall Beer Garden for lunch, 9 Regent Street. Parking area in front or light rail station off Jersey Ave. See you there shortly. Thank you for coming.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.